Hey guys, it's Joe here again, and today I'm coming at you with another ice crush test with the all-powerful Vitamix that I have back there. Now, after the test, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I think Vitamix is the best blender brand, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything. As you can see, I own a bunch of different blenders, have tried out so many, it's unbelievable. It's NutriBullet, you can see me using one of the Nutri Ninjas the other day, and more videos to come. But anyway, I'll touch on that after the ice crush test. So for now, let's just do the test and see what happens. So before I even start on the test, let me just talk a little bit about the interface real quick. This is one of the older interfaces, which I actually prefer. A lot of the newer ones have pre-programmed settings that you can press and it does a blending cycle for you. I've never really found that stuff that useful. And the reason is because with the variable speeds, you can pretty much get any texture you want. It helps in creating the vortex, which is pulling the ingredients towards each other. And with the tamper, you just really don't need anything beyond this, especially once you get used to using a blender. But anyway, let's get started with the test. You're gonna see me adjusting a few things. I've never actually done this test with only ice, to be honest. So we're gonna see what happens, but you might see me adjusting a few things using the tamper, and I don't want you to think that that's a negative towards the Vitamix. It's actually a positive because of its flexibility. You don't have to stop and readjust things like you saw me do with the NutriBullet test, which I will leave in the description below. So let's get started. It's gonna get loud, so just a warning. So that actually did not go as well as I thought it was gonna go, because there's still a few ice cubes left. And I think the reason why that is because this is one of the older, well, I shouldn't say older, but the original Vitamix container, which is they have a low profile one, a 48-ounce one with the Explorian series, and the tall one like this, the classic 64-ounce one. And with these tall ones, because it's so narrow at the bottom, what happens is you get a lot of weight built up in a small area. So what you might have to do is feed it in one by one. I mean, it did a pretty good job. It made snow out of pretty much the whole thing. I could just still see there's a few cubes that got left behind that I couldn't push down. So I'm actually gonna pause this and try another method that I saw for crushing ice with the Vitamix if you wanted to make a shaved ice. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna try a different method now. What I'm gonna do is just turn the blades on, and then through the top vented lid, I'm gonna feed the ice cubes and see if it prevents things from getting stuck. So let's do it. So, yeah, kind of ran into the same problem that it just couldn't hit the blades anymore. Sorry about the dog barking. So, let's change the camera angle and talk about this. Okay, guys, so let's talk about the results a little bit. Now, it really didn't do a good job of crushing the cubes at the top once you got enough volume in the container. If you had a wider base container Vitamix, which I will do a future video test with, it would do a much better job. But you know, either way, if you're gonna do this in a Vitamix, just do small batches, empty it out, do it again. I had no idea what the results were gonna be because I've never really had any trouble with anything I've done in my Vitamix because, you know, making smoothies, banana ice cream, soup, sauces, like it's all super easy. And I usually just get crushed ice from the fridge, but I was curious to see how it would turn out. So let me just talk to you about a couple reasons why Vitamix is my favorite blender brand, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but this Vitamix that I'm using here today is really old. It's about 5 or 6 years old, and it's got a year or two left on the warranty, and they've been like really helpful. I've had 1 or 2 issues with it where I sent it in, they sent it back free of charge, and it was really one of the best investments in a kitchen appliance that I've made in terms of all the years I've gotten out of it, and the fact that nothing ever gets stuck when you're blending because of the tamper. I have a blend tech as well, and I've tried many blend techs, and I kind of always run into that issue of not having the tamper unless you're using the twister jar. So overall, I think Vitamixes are really good. If you're just wanting to do small batches of ice, so far the best that I've tested is actually the small Nutri Ninja Auto IQ, which is really cheap. I'm gonna leave a link to that video where I tested that in the description below, as well as the Vitamix unit that I recommend now. It's very similar to the one I have now because I really don't think you need the pre-programmed settings. And I'll also leave a couple links to other stuff you might find useful if you're looking for a blender. All right, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment to let me know what are the things you want to do if you're looking to get a blender. What are the things that you want to do with it? Do you want to get it for ice crushing, or do you want to get it for soup, smoothies, sauces, and everything like that? Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.